I do fantasize about wearing a suit, though.
Yeah, you would look good in a suit.
You think I would look good in a suit?
Yeah, you would. Any kind of. You're tall. You're well built. You know.
I think that if I put on a suit, I look like I'm like a kid at a wedding. You know, like I feel like I have
No,
baby.
because you're tall. I would look like it's Easter.
Yes, if
that's what it would look like. It would look like I really want to take it off.
Yeah.
Like my face would be all red. You know, I'd be like sweating.
From far away, you'd be like, "Who dressed up the monkey? Who brought?"
I think the last time I wore a suit was 4th grade. I felt real cool, and then I never did it again.
What'd you wear the suit for in 4th grade?
Easter.
Oh, right, of course.
It was a it was
Jesus,
a gray
I'll
suit with a pink shirt and a tie.
Nice.
And,
That's nice.
Yeah.
Easter is. Ben, can I help you with anything?
Yeah, you figuring it out?
I like how the dog is laying, but I want.
That's nice, but yeah, we can hear we can hear every single thing that the arm of the mic is doing.
Isn't this cute? Watch the one episode we don't have video. She's
Stop
being so cute.
touching it, dude. There we go. All right.
Great.
Now
Now just
Figured it out. We got
stay
there.
exactly right there.
Did everybody put on hand sanitizer?
I can do that.
No, I don't have.
I mean, God knows I fucking touch my feet like a fiend while we do this podcast. That's the other reason I hate video is because I don't want everybody to see all my stims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't notice that. Maybe it's because I'm just staring at
Dude,
myself. Like
I stim like crazy when we do this podcast.
I just hate the side of my face.
Oh yeah, I hate the side of my face. I hate my fat belly that everybody notices in the comments. You know.
People commented on your belly in the comments.
What?
Well, that confirms that
No.
you've also noticed it.
You do not have a fat belly.
Brother,
I'm asking
brother,
if
I
people are
can see it.
being mean to you.
Oh, absolutely, dude. This is, of course, they are.
Wait, where
Where are people being mean to you?
Brother, you got to read every review and every. I see. You know what's
What?
insane?
We
You know
don't
what's
have
so
access
funny?
to the like. You have the.
No,
back-
you can. Anybody can see this. You know what's so funny? I was like, I read it this morning. I was like, I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm like, I'm not gonna let it get to me. First 5 minutes.
Damn,
too
dude.
late.
Yeah.
Was it a random? Was it like
No, I'm pretty sure this is a guy who has listened to every podcast I've ever recorded and enjoyed them, but also like.
Is it Danimal? Is
It's-
it
no, it's
Danimal?
not-
Is it
I-
a right wing friend?
No, I don't even want to say who it is, dude. I mean, he has a
Okay.
very funny name, but I'll tell you off mic.
Okay, all right. Damn it, dude.
That's one of those vapes that makes airport noises. Just so you know.
Yeah, I keep thinking that was the recording.
Yeah.
Because there's also.
You just got to
fucking-
vape away from it.
Geek bars.
But you got dressed up.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump back because it is Easter coming up. So you got dressed up in a suit for Easter at school.
Yeah, I'm doing it again this Easter. Too.
You're going back to elementary.
I'm not even going to go to church. I'm just going to hang out around the house.
Yeah.
Do you know what's good? They used to dress me up as on Palm Sunday. They would dress me up as Jesus. And have me-
Really?
I'm not kidding. At my church, they picked me to be Jesus like 3 years in a row, and they rode me in on a donkey and like laid palms at my feet while I walked into the church. It was when I was like 9.
You were being groomed, dude.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's
there were
idolatry.
We had there were no priests. It
It's
was
sinful.
It was a Presbyterian church. I'm a dirty Protestant, not by choice.
Is that what they told you?
We had
They
like
were
a lady-
you're
we had a
dirty
lady pastor.
brothers. Get on your knees, little.
You had a lady pastor?
We had a lady pastor. We had, or no, maybe we didn't at that time, but they do now, or they
Okay.
did recently.
These
'Cause I went
ladies-
to a woke church. They would not touch that. They would not have a
I was
lady pastor.
baptized woke. No, was I? I might have been baptized
You
in
were
the
baptized in woke.
Like I
wokeness?
started. So no, we went to. My dad was Catholic, and my mom's parents were like they were like kind of hippies.
Okay.
My dad didn't want to be Catholic anymore. So so at first they went to a Unitarian Universalist church,
Okay.
which is like woke church. It's like it's so
Yeah, yeah,
non-committal.
yeah.
It's the worst church.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I can't do this. He's like, but let's meet in the middle and just be like Presbyterians.
Cool.
Which is like essentially in suburbia, it's like the difference between like Presbyterian, Methodist, Lutheran. It's all the same.
Which
Yeah.
one's closer?
Because like hardcore Presbyterianism is closer to like Calvinism, where like you believe in like predestination and like you
Sure.
have no choice as to whether or not you're saved. We were just kind of doing like vaguely like liberal church.
Okay. Yeah, because I technically went to a Baptist church, but it was the same thing. Like it was
Right.
not. I don't know. Other than the fact that we did baptisms, I don't.
Technically,
think
I'm
it-
black, so
Yeah.
Oh, you did like dunking people in the river.
yeah.
Not a river. It was like a kiddie pool,
Venomous
or like
snakes.
a hot tub, or
Oh, but
whatever.
you
Whatever it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's so that they're at least doing like the main part. They're like we have to do that.
Oh, did you guys not do baptisms?
Well, I'm pretty sure that is unique to like Baptists.
No,
like,
no. They
really?
do baptisms everywhere.
But not where you like dunk, not where you all like go and like dunk somebody in like a big body of water.
No,
like
that's everything. Like my
no, I mean no.
They don't. Catholics don't do it.
Catholics maybe not, but Christians like a lot of just those mega churches that are like non-denominational.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
most of
different.
those are Baptists.
Yeah,
mega churches are Baptist.
Mega churches are different than like you're just like a regular Protestant where it's like I can't think of any churches in my town where they were actually like dunking adults like in like full garb in a body of water or in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't know it was specific to Baptists to get baptized, but
Well, babies get baptized.
they get
it's
christened, which is different. They sprinkle a little water on your head, right?
We
It's
call
the
it a
same
baptism.
idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh well, did they submerge the whole baby?
I think they dip the baby's head, so like they just like
damn.
dip the top of the
Just
head.
held it by its feet. And fucking-
no, they cradle it, dude. Yeah, no, because my sisters got baptized because they got a bowl in the they have like a bowl of water up in the this wherever they give the sermon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you had to. So they didn't baptize you as a baby because they think that you have to make a decision. At least in baptism, from where I grew up, you had to make a decision to be baptized. So you had to like let Jesus into your heart, and then you could get baptized after that.
So see, I think this is where like maybe some of the like this is where I think the Presbyterian church I went to was like quasi-Catholic because we did baptisms and we did child baptisms and we did like confirmation.
Child baptism
Yeah,
sounds bad.
because there's no
Yeah.
confirmation in
Just like a
baptism.
Baptist church.
In a
yeah.
Baptist church.
Yeah. No, you gotta no. Well, that's what the big thing. You have to baptize them because if you don't, the unbaptized babies go to purgatory. You gotta baptize your babies, dude.
Really?
Yeah, that's yes.
Damn.
It's
That's terrible.
It is terrible.
That is terrible. There's just a whole lot of just like preemies out in the middle of like a gray plateau.
Yeah. It's a bunch of preemies and Jews.
Yeah, well, the
Creamy
Jews are
good
not going to
Jews.
purgatory. We send Jews right where they belong.
I feel like the
fire.
Jews are down there complaining about all the preemies.
Excuse me, Mr. Lucifer.
It smells.
To be honest,
It smells bad.
it's a lot of noise. They all have their foreskin, which is very offensive to me.
The must. I've seen all these Woody Allen movies before. You're just watching Annie Hall on repeat for eternity.
Well, Ben. I'm sorry. We'll cut the Christian talk. I don't mean to offend you and your Jewish
No, it's okay.
sensibilities.
You guys were talking about baptisms, and I was just started thinking about aquatic ape theory. I was like, maybe that's why we like babies have the instinct to hold their breath. It's not because we used to be aquatic apes. It's just because we've been dunking them in bird baths for thousands of years, like maniacs.
Don't babies have the instinct to hold their breath because they're in water in the fucking womb?
In the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not what they're talking about when they talk about that. It's
okay.
Once a baby has started breathing air and is like out, whatever, you could just throw a baby in a pool and it knows to hold its breath, and that's not common. Like if you do that to a chimpanzee, the chimpanzee will drown.
Oh, crazy. Dude, I want to watch this test so bad. I want to see this double-blind
How does they
experiment.
find that out?
Yeah, who was the first one
They
to
throw a
just chuck
baby and
their
a
baby?
chimp in a pool at the same time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like the baby started holding its breath, but the chimp did kill the baby.
It was
You gotta not tell anybody what you're about to do at the beginning of that experiment.
Yeah.
You gotta be like,
No, you come
I
back-
just need a pool, a chimp, and a baby.
I like the idea of a guy who he finds out about it and he comes back and he's trying to tell everyone and then he has to explain. They're like, but why did you throw him in there in the first place?
Like,
How
look,
did you figure this out?
I had a theory.
Yeah, and then he was like, yeah, but then I saw he was a winner. He had a winning mentality.
That's crazy because I definitely heard maybe it's like an old wives thing. I thought babies knew to hold their breath just because they were in the belly water. Okay.
No,
That's what I thought.
because they're not breathing. Like they're not like that. They don't have the instinct to breathe yet. Like that triggers once they're born, and then they breathe their first.
Can I say that's crazy to me? The baby is living. Now I might sound like the dumbest guy of all time.
Yeah.
The baby is living in the damn body, not breathing.
Well,
Yeah.
it's getting oxygen, just not through air. It's through the umbilical cord.
Right.
It's basically getting oxygenated blood from mama.
That's crazy though, dude. I would want to try to keep. I would see. This is why it's like, let me keep my umbilical. Attach me to my placenta and the umbilical.
You're 25 and you're still attached to your mom by an umbilical cord.
I want to know what kind of secrets I can unlock. Like, what?
The only thing you would be able to do is hold your breath.
Yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, this is super weird, but watch this.
Yeah.
Try and hold your breath longer than me. I bet you can't.
Yeah.
Dude, I could be the greatest swimmer in the world if it weren't for this bitch I was attached to.
Up next on The Amazing Race, an amazing mother-son freediving duo
Dude,
They held the record.
early on. There had to be a human, like way back. There had to be a human who never got detached from his mom because they just like didn't. They didn't know you could, or maybe a whole gaggle of people who didn't know that you could do that.
Well, I mean, if we're actually the thing.
I'm not actually asking, but I'm curious. So
it would rot. I think it would just fucking rip off. I don't know. There's no
Really?
way it would actually last that long. Yeah.
but it would last for a little while. I bet.
But what you could do is you could use modern science to bolster the umbilical cord. You know, to touch it up. You got to go in the doctor every now and then to make sure. You know.
I really want to do this.
Yeah. Human experiments.
No, this would be like a positive one where it's just like, look, lady, we'll pay you for life if you stay like chemically attached to your son.
This is very
Or
Mengele.
daughter, it could be whoever.
This is very Mengele.
This is the opposite of Joseph Mengele. I'm keeping both of them alive. If anything, I'm making no incisions whatsoever.
Yeah, you're good cop.
Mm-hmm.
You're the good cop of the Nazi prison experiments.
You know what experiment you can do at home? That apparently if you dip your balls in soy sauce, you can taste it a little bit.
That's really is that true?
That's what I've heard.
That sounds like a guy who really wants to dip his balls in soy sauce.
Well, that's
He's trying
part
to
of
rationalize.
It's part of it, but apparently you've got taste buds in your asshole.
I feel like
not your asshole,
in your
ball
nutsack.
I know you can taste stuff that you put in your ass because I have
developed a taste for
that. No, I put heroin in my asshole one time. I boofed it, or I didn't boof it. I plugged it, boof it is to carry it across state lines.
Yeah.
Plugging is purely for pleasure.
Yay.
It's only recreational. Mm-hmm. And so I plugged heroin one time, and I was like, "Oh wow, that tastes like heroin. I can taste it." Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, my butt lips.
Yeah.
Licking my butt lips.
That's crazy because I used to do that, although maybe I just like got it too. I would, I guess not boof. Boof is not the word, but I would do that with like MDMA and like
and you
other...
tasted a little bit in the back.
No,
of
I
your
didn't
throat.
taste.
Wait,
I didn't taste the MDMA.
You put Molly up your ass?
It hit, dude. It hits
hits
you
crazy.
so fast.
I've
and
never
so
done
hard.
Molly that way, but the heroin it's the second quickest you can get to just putting it straight in your vein.
Yeah, and you're not doing it. You're not like fucking collapsing anything.
No. No.
But is it worth putting something in your ass?
I mean, if you mix it with like with Molly, you mix it with water, so
It's
it just
worth
like
putting
dissolves.
something in your ass every day.
Yeah.
What are we doing? The
That's
question.
true.
I got to do heroin and also put stuff in my ass. That was crazy.
What
that
if
was a twofer.
Yeah, you were hitting two birds with one stone, hitting two butts with one.
And then I was on the couch watching The Exorcist. I watched The Exorcist 3 times in a row.
On heroin?
Heroin.
Do you think anybody's ever like just had a group of friends that were like they would just pass like a crack rock from asshole to asshole?
No.
They just make their assholes kiss and then put
Yeah.
it from one to the other.
And by the time it
yeah.
gets to the last guy, it's like so tiny.
It's like one of those relay races where you've got the egg but under your neck.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
You ever had a hot chick like blow smoke into your mouth to get you?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
but I was like too young. I feel like I was too young to appreciate it.
I was 9.
I was literally like 13.
well, now just imagine her like smoke farting into your butthole.
I definitely would not have been able to handle that, dude. I'm still not ready.
Smoke farting into your ass.
Hey, you ever smoke fart?
Yeah, that would be crazy, dude.
That would be wild.
Hey, help me butt shotgun smoke fart.
She does like a ghost, like where it comes out and then it sucks back in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Just
I
doing
only
Gandalf rings.
shotgunned weed smoke with my other 13-year-old boyfriends.
It's called a Portuguese inhale.
Oh.
I was just trying to think of something besides.
Yeah, I don't think
French.
I've ever. You know what's so sad? I've never had a hot girl do that to me at all. Nobody. I'm describing an experience that I have no firsthand knowledge of. Nobody's ever wanted to put their mouth in your mind while smoking.
What if you could do like a French inhale from your butthole to your nose? Like you have to have you have to be almost in a vacuum, I would say.
That would probably.
And then it starts to leak up, and then you have to just watch the trail, and then it's because it's aim.
Or maybe if the smoke is really heavy, you could just do a handstand and have it come down like one of those incense waterfalls.
Yeah.
Waterfall,
you could do that.
and you got a bunch of stacked just asses, and then the smoke goes from one.
You know what, dude? Fuck it. Just put a fucking hookah hose.
Yeah,
just
dude.
like let everybody chief off your asshole.
Yeah, Dude, it's a good thing we're not Nazis because I think we'd be a little too good
I
at it.
agree. What are you talking about?
If we had unlimited time to use
and a budget.
human bodies
Yeah.
for our own experiments,
We thought of like 5 great, probably.
great things.
it is
We
true.
probably
These-
would have won a Nobel Prize.
The whole thing is none of this is you keep comparing to the Nazis. These are all things that I think people would like let you do. Like nobody would be under duress. You know, maybe the umbilical cord thing, but like
We just gotta wait for the next birthday party. Is what it is. We gotta wait for the next time people are just having a good time.
there are definitely if you can find enough women with BPD that you could conduct some of these experiments.
Yeah. All right, you heard that, ladies.
Ben, you should be able to get some volunteers off of your dating apps
I got a
and roll them
GF.
in.
He's got a girlfriend.
I got a sweet baby
Well,
girl
she'll
now.
these are clinical trials. She'll understand, dude.
Babe, it's work. All right.
This is for the podcast.
Yeah. Oh fuck. So we got smoke buttholes.
I
I'm still
love
thinking
this.
it's visceral imagery for me in my head because you can just see when smoke comes out of something and starts pouring like a waterfall.
Yes.
That's all I can see now. It's just
Hell of an asshole.
slow, still
Out of
smoke pouring out of a beehole.
Out of a beautiful beehole. Yeah, no, I mean it's a nice dream for sure. I'm loving this incense, by the way.
Yeah.
I am a fan. Look, I got 2 boxes, dude. I knew I was gonna run out, and then so I had to go get another box.
It makes me feel like I can
This is
buy a
Nog-
vape here.
Nog Champa.
Not chomp it. That's the one.
This is the one. This is the one you always see.
Yeah. It's the best one. The rest of them don't smell that good, but this is classic. It's Coca-Cola.
Classic.
Dude, incense. I remember we did actually used to have, like, my friends would smoke hookah. They were at Towson University in Maryland, and they had like a little like apartment. It was like it wasn't campus housing, but it was like where all the students lived, basically.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I would go over to his house. We would just smoke hookah till our heads hurt.
That's what we did in
Yeah.
high school. I had a friend with a hookah.
Well, we had one at the Roselawn house. You remember
Oh,
Olive
yeah.
got one,
Yeah.
and hookah's not good.
No, it's terrible.
It just doesn't taste like anything. It doesn't feel like you're smoking. You breathe air until
Yeah.
you have a headache.
Well, it's good when you're 15 and you're like not allowed to do any of the
Yeah.
fun shit yet.
I never understood hookah. People there were a lot of hookah bars in Baltimore.
San Francisco
And-
too.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
what is the appeal here? But
Yeah.
I don't know. They used to let underage people into the big one, and so people would go out to the hookah bar, and I was just like, "Fucking why?
Yeah.
Like, why would I do this?"
it's so
Sure.
stupid. But there was that thing that you put on the hookah to make it hot? What do you call that? The
Coals?
Is it just a coal? But it
I
looks,
think it's a
but it's
coal.
like
It's like
flat.
a patty.
Yeah. No, they're
Yeah.
coals.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was me. It was somebody. We like knocked it off, and it burned through. They're renting this place, and the
Oh,
furniture
okay.
was also like pre-furnished. And the fucking coal destroyed. It like burned a hole in the table, and then destroyed like the Comcast remote, and then burned
Wow.
because like it kept like falling. Like
Damn, dude. It's like when you drop a lightsaber upside down.
Yeah. Classic. Relatable.
yeah,
Yeah, it falls
That's
through the
crazy.
floor
Oh, yeah,
into
it-
the crib of your people who live below.
it literally like fucked up the TV remote so bad. There were just some things you couldn't do. It's like, yeah, no, the TV can only get louder. Like you can't.
Just
Much like my father. No, I
Yeah.
think, dude. I used to like lighting those coals and watching this, like, because it's like a chain reaction. You light it, and then the whole thing starts like crackling up. You know?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
On that tinfoil.
I just have a lot of good memories of those times, but I think it's true that now it wouldn't be the same. I wouldn't enjoy. But I miss when a hookah was an exciting thing.
Oh, dude, I just miss being excited to get like, just doing like drinking or doing drugs or smoking something. It's like, oh yeah, we got a night in front of us.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I mean, the sex, drugs, and substances were the biggest events of your life.
Yes.
Like there was like before and afters. You know,
Yeah.
that you had like it wasn't just like a thing. I am addicted to nicotine, and I'm a virgin, and you know,
Like,
it's,
do you guys remember realizing that girls wanted us too? Like that
Yeah, I
realization
guess so.
somewhere in like your adolescence, where, because when you're younger, it's like you think girls all hate you, like, you know, like girls all think boys are gross or whatever.
Right.
And then at some point, I just remember that feeling of realizing that, like, oh, like, you know,
Yeah, girls didn't.
like just realizing that they are horny too. That was such an exciting
Yeah.
epiphany for like young me. I feel
Girls
like I've been
only
trying
have
to recapture
love.
that.
They only have love, and you have to make them feel loved, and then they're swept up in it and let you have sex.
That's
it.
gayest
That's
thing
not
I've
true
ever
at all. there are so many traumatized women who are acting on,
Not
like,
even just traumatized, just evil rapist women. Just some of the creepiest fucking dogs.
I just
Do you know how
Yeah.
many times I've been groped by like a 55-year-old woman
Yeah.
wearing a muumuu at
Well,
like
look.
a VA bar?
yeah, dude.
listen, man, her clock, she feels that her time is running out. All right, let her cop a feel.
Yeah, or just that's when the power pendulum swings back. It's like when a when a woman has short hair and a young 19-year-old boy's got long hair, the whole power structure changes. You can just grab his penis.
The moon eclipses the sun.
Yeah, and you can say, "Who's going to believe you? Who's going to believe you?"
Well, a teacher in Downers Grove just got like arrested for
Having sex with a 15-year-old boy.
Was that in Illinois?
yeah, Downers Grove.
Oh, I just watched the video of her.
Yeah.
I just watched the body cam
National
video of
news,
her.
yeah.
Yeah,
Getting arrested, dude.
yeah, and then all of her diary entries.
Also, props to that retarded kid. I mean, come on.
That's true.
Wait, was he retarded?
Well, she was cute. I mean, yeah, he was special. It was special.
Needs. Yeah, but you don't necessarily have to be disabled.
Oh yeah,
to be-
he could have been like a real bad boy.
He might have just had like an IEP or something. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, he pulled the fire alarm.
or
and she
just
was
some
like,
dyslexic.
she saw
Yeah.
him pull the fire alarm, and she was like, bit her lip and tried to hide it.
Like,
She was
'cause
that one's mine.
honestly, he might have had that good autism, dude. He might have had like
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
that's a hot 15-year-old. If you, I mean, not that.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I'm just no. I'm,
no, let's go. Let's keep it going.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is he may remind me of myself as a younger man. All right, listen, you can have that tism where you're like you look at him, you're like he can focus for a long time on doing something. You know what I mean? You're like I like the way he's biting his fingernails. I'd like to see.
He's like at the police station doing a rape kit, and the cops looking at him like, you remind me a lot of myself when I was your age.
Listen, no props. I mean, like I never. It's so hacky to be like. I never want to be the guy who's like, oh, what was he complaining about? Because it's awful.
I say ironically because I think that it's funny that's
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said,
culturally-
15 years old, if I could have had sex with a hot teacher, oh my God, dude, I would have done it.
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
Also in the video,
There was a teacher that-
she's buying
there
him
was
a
actually-
Gucci belt, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I need a belt. That's
Yeah.
what the footage is.
There was a teacher that I literally thought I was going to have sex with.
Really?
I was like, it's gonna happen.
break this down.
She was just
What subject?
English.
Always English.
English, yeah, dude.
Always
English teachers are the great because they're also like those are the teachers where it's like you don't even realize like they're only like 4 years older than you.
Yeah.
A lot of, and then like she was so hot and then she like stopped teaching like midway. She literally like would just like sometimes she'd be like, we're not gonna watch a movie, we're gonna watch Train Spotting, and then she would like
Damn.
tell us about her friend
Yeah.
who like was addicted to heroin, and then dude, I was in love with this lady. She was like, Nick, have you ever listened to Radiohead? She was like telling me.
Damn it, dude.
She like turned me on to like Kid A and all this stuff, and I was like, and then
so
she,
creepy if that was a dude.
yeah, no, for sure. But there were guy teachers doing that too.
Right.
There
Yeah.
were
So
guy
creepy.
teachers being crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she stopped teaching like midway through the school year. 'Cause she was like, this is not fulfilling. I'm going to travel Europe.
She's like, I'm not getting laid enough.
I was like,
this
fucking
high school.
take me with you, please, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
That was in my remedial. I was a senior and I had to take 10th grade English again because
Yeah.
I skipped so many classes in actual 10th grade that I got like an incomplete. And I didn't find out till like the second half of my senior year came and they were like, yo, you're not going to graduate.
That's why I had to drop out of high school. Is I didn't. Well, it was a few reasons, but one of them was I had so few credits because of the amount of school that I had because of truancy.
Yeah.
That I would have
Same
had to
thing with
repeat
my mom.
like a lot of it. Yeah.
My mom had to repeat. She went back for her first like week of her second senior year, and she was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy,
Dropped out.
guys. I was in a class with my girlfriend's little sister, and I was like, we got seated next to each other. I was like, "Do not tell your sister I'm in this fucking class."
It's wild.
Yeah, but what were we talking about? Oh, just like we're talking about realizing girls are sluts too.
Yeah, they enjoy it. Well, I think we know girls
It
are
was a beautiful.
sluts.
Well, when you're a guy, when you're growing up, you know you're a slut. Like, you know, you're.
I don't think I thought of myself as a slut. I think I thought of myself as like the coolest, like the main character.
Oh, I always thought of myself as
Steve.
Oh, I thought of myself as like 30 and impure,
Yeah.
like that. I had like animal urges. And
Yeah.
I should be put down.
I was kidding. I was trying to.
Okay.
I was just trying to. No, definitely. I was. Well, listen. I didn't
like when
really,
I found out about sex, I think in my head, I thought best case scenario was you convince a girl to let you do that. Like in terms of mental state, like I
Right.
thought that for them it was like you win them over and they're like, all right, I'll let you. I guess you can do this nasty thing that you want to do.
Right.
But then when I realized that they're like, on their own, talking about that shit. Like I think I heard a girl in high school talk about wanting to suck a guy's dick. And I was just like,
Right.
whoa, like they're just talking about like.
I would have thrown up right there. I would-
Shut up. No,
Stop!
You love me.
Stop it!
She's like, who are you? I'm like, shut the fuck up.
We haven't met yet.
No, I knew that girls, because here's the crazy thing is like, I just didn't, those growing girls did not want to have sex with me in high school. It wasn't until like I started doing comedy that like women wanted to have sex with me.
Really?
Yeah, no, I was weird. Oh my God, I was so weird. I mean, I had a high school
You're still
girlfriend
weird.
like
Now
senior
you just
year.
do comedy too.
But yeah.
You had
Well,
a high
but
school senior year of high school.
I had
You
I had a girlfriend senior year, but like most of my high school experience was like, no, these they want to. And and I knew that they were having sex because in middle school, girls were like, dude, there were girls like getting like gangbanged in like 7th grade.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. If I have a daughter, I'm gonna homeschool her.
And then I had a like, it's funny, it was like before I like came on, it was before I like broke out of like the prepubescent like matrix or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't like come online sexually yet. But like I
love
had
that metaphor though.
That's what it was. Like, dude, you're just in like a total like sexless
Your
matrix.
first orgasm is really
Yeah,
you're waking up.
That's when you come out of the
Yeah.
goo, you're like, oh, this is reality.
pull
I
a
have to-
2-foot thing.
I
out of
have to
your
jack
throat.
off all the time. No, but because I had a girlfriend because we were in the school play together, and she was like, "You're cute. Do you want to be my boyfriend?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah," but I didn't know what to do with her. I didn't even want to kiss. She wanted to hang out. She would just like call my house to like talk to me. She thought I was cute. I was like, I'm playing Nintendo DS. I
This is your
cannot.
senior year of high school?
No, this is
Okay.
7. This is, let me be,
I was like,
let me go
what
back.
the fuck is going on?
No, this is my first. So this is my first like girlfriend in quotes.
Yeah.
And this is embarrassing, especially because she grew up to be gorgeous. She's like a model now, and I just
Yeah.
had,
Yeah, my girlfriend from fourth grade is like married to an MLB player now.
yeah, it's crazy how that happens. But so like she was always trying to hang out, and I was always like swerving her, and then like, I didn't talk to her for like a month, and then one day I like saw her in the hallway, and I was like. I just like went up to her. I was like, "Are we still dating?"
Yeah.
And she just like burst into tears. Just
Damn.
like ran to class. I was like, "Damn, dude,
dude.
that I am fucking retarded."
Wow.
So, you like just didn't. It was like a plant
I didn't
that
know
you
what
let
to do.
die.
She let me see and touch her boobs one time, and I was like, "Great."
Nice. You were like,
And then,
check.
but I was like, I had no idea. I was like, "What do I do after this?"
You were like one
Yeah,
and
because it's not going to happen again, you know?
"Yeah."
That's the one
You're
time
like,
I get
well-
to do that
well,
until
where
I'm
do
like
we-
30, you know? Until I'm 30 and I have a wife and she lets me do that.
It was just, I was like, it was so stupid.
I remember I got my first blowjob the night before I lost my virginity. So those 2 days were just like
Same woman. I
I'll
hope?
never recapture that, huh?
Same woman. I hope.
Same woman.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yeah. But then I didn't have sex again for another like 2 years.
So, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
I think I was either 14 or just turned 15.
That's right.
Yeah. It's going into my sophomore year of high school.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. But yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring it. Let's go back to Nazi experiments.
No, let's keep talking about your cum.
Yeah, dude.
Let's do
I
that.
do like the Matrix analogy of cum pilling yourself.
I mean, that's what it is. It's like, let's see how far the rabbit hole
We're all
goes.
just the guy who tastes steak.
Oh
What's that
yeah,
one guy?
he doesn't. That's the guy who's just like he doesn't want to come anymore. He's
Yeah.
he's sick of the pleasures of the flesh,
Yeah.
which I feel like now.
Yeah.
I'm like, send me the fuck back, dude.
I want to play Minecraft. I want to play Minecraft and watch a movie and not get the references.
There's
I mean,
gotta
honestly,
be-
the pill that you take for that is you just get on like Propecia or something. You just start taking like antidepressants.
Imagine the freedom of asexuality, though.
Or just eat fried food all the time.
Yeah, maybe that's
Just
my problem.
Eat nothing but pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just, if I was asexual, I feel like I would just, yeah, I think I'd probably just shut people down.
If I was asexual, I'd be like, I'd be a hard ass about it. I'd be like, you can show me your pussy, but I'm not going to do anything.
I would be mean. You'd be a mean asexual.
Sure.
This
Yeah,
is
no.
not. This does nothing for me.
Yeah, sure.
No.
Yep, 2 lips and a clit. Seen it before.
And the crazy thing is I'm not even gay. It's not even like there's an alternative that it's
I
just,
literally, in my heart, cannot be attracted to you. I find you unexciting.
I literally, I think I'm biologically straight. I'm just disappointed.
Being asexual must be kind of nice, honestly.
No, literally, because I would feel
Because
like
they still like, I think there was a guy in Baltimore who was asexual, but I think he still like masturbated. He just wasn't thinking about women.
I think
masturbate
I've
to, like,
heard.
Jeopardy.
I think I've heard people talk about it. They're like they see like there are some asexual people who see sex as not like a thing that they want to do, but more like a thing that can be nice if it happens. Like
Interesting.
like drinking a cup of tea or something like that. It's more like or like taking a bath.
That's so weird though, because those are both things like if you don't just like stumble into a cup of tea, you got to make you have to steep it, you have to make the choice to fucking
Yeah.
And I
pick
think,
out.
so that's why they're asexual, because they're like, it's not worth the effort.
Yeah.
So it's like so if somebody brings you a cup of tea, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll
fuck
drink
you,
it.
man.
Because you
a
could
cup
be
of
like,
tea, you
you're like,
fucking-
I don't hate
Yeah.
baths, but if somebody told me I had to go fucking eat vegan Indian food with a bath and pretend if I had to go
Right.
on a Tinder date with a bath.
Oh, I see. So
I'm trying to, this is the
It was it was a good bit.
terrible,
I didn't understand.
I'm terrible at explaining shit.
No, I didn't. I was never mind. I got the wrong image in my head. So,
Yeah.
so what you're saying is that you have to like, if somebody's asexual, you just have to like force them to have sex with you.
You have to make
Yeah,
it so
that's
easy.
what it is. They have 3 riddles, and then you have to hit them with sticks.
Yeah, you gotta, like, break their
I think you have to just you have to put your genitals in their path. You have to just get
Right.
in front of one when they're on their way somewhere and just drop trowel and just hope it lines
I'm like,
up.
oh, okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot. This is nice.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I was already over here.
It's different because like sometimes you're like, damn, I want to. Like sex is like a need,
Right.
For them, it's like it's fluff. It's an
Interesting.
excess pleasure.
What the hell are they doing with their time then?
I
Solving
don't know.
fucking math equations, and
That's crazy. But this asexual guy wasn't even that smart.
that's sad. It
Okay.
is sad to be asexual and still just a dumbass. Like,
Being an asexual dumbass, you're not even like spending that brain energy on something worth it.
Yeah,
you just,
no.
I don't know.
painting figurines.
You like love workaholics.
Yeah.
You're just like you're an asexual workaholics
Yeah.
fan.
Oh, dude, I used to watch Workaholics with this girl who I was like in love with. I would just go over to her house and watch Workaholics, and I'd try to get close to her on the couch, and she'd go, "Stop it!" I'd be like, "Stop inviting me over to watch fucking Workaholics with you, and stop sharing the blanket with me."
Yep.
By the way,
I hate that. I hate when they do that, dude.
Dude, I love workaholics.
Yeah.
It's such a good fucking show.
it's crazy. It was on like over 10 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, I know. I mean, the final season came out 2017.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's it was 2010 to 2017.
Yeah, because I started watching. I was like, it was definitely on when I was still in high school.
Did you guys ever do that thing where you're like watching something with a girl and then you try and like you're indecisively trying to put your arm around her? And
Oh, it's
then-
terrible.
Have you ever gotten your arm just trapped? Like where you're thinking about like you put your arm
Put your
when
arm
she's
around
like forward on the couch, you put your arm there so that she doesn't notice the move when you did
course.
it. When she leans back, it'll be there. I did that one time and she just leaned back on my arm and then my arm was just trapped really awkwardly behind her.
The move with that, and it's been years since I've even been in this situation where you're like touching a girl for the first time. The move, the okay
years
is like
since I've touched a girl.
really most women if they want to be, they'll just put their head against you while you're on the couch.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to fucking like put your arm around a woman. I don't think.
Yeah.
No.
Either you can pretend you're yawning and then go over.
Yeah, but that's like
I'm either
I'm
either
not-
going in for the rear naked or not at all. I get my hooks in. Establish wrist control. No. Sorry.
No, all that stuff. Ben, what do you, for the love of God, man?
Sorry, can you hear all that?
Yeah,
Yes, 100% of it.
all of it, 100%.
Good. I'm just making sure you guys are awake.
Oh, good, man. We're awake. Look at Quincy, man.
Yeah, she's knocked out. She's on so many drugs.
Is she? What do they give her?
Well, they didn't. I've just been giving her coke. No.
Trazodone and gabapentin. So they didn't even give her like real
Rimadyl.
painkillers.
Yeah.
Well, the jury's out on gabapentin. On like
It's for nerve pain.
yeah, but okay.
It's
So,
for nerve pain and anxiety.
yes, but
Yeah.
it's so like I used to give my cat gabapentin because
Yeah.
you can't overdose on it apparently.
Kind of. I used to abuse it. You can have seizures. Yeah,
Well,
I used to take a lot of it.
I used to load my cat up with gabapentin because they're like, yeah, she can't overdose, she'll be fine. Like,
Oh, okay.
I would give her like 100 milliliters, milligrams, whatever the fuck. But apparently there are a bunch of people online who are like, yeah, no, this shit like makes them like hallucinate. Like they're like in like a K-hole essentially.
It's wild.
Yeah, is it?
It's not like hallucination, but I took like 3,000 milligrams one time, and then I got lost on the BART, and this
Ended up
very
getting
nice
spayed?
this very nice lady helped me, and she was my mom. She helped me find my way. I was like, just take me with you wherever you're gonna go. I like I want to stay with you, and yeah, dude, it's just like it's like it doesn't even matter. Like nothing. It's like it's all cool. I'm just gonna trust.
It sounds
what's
like
gonna
opiates.
happen.
Sounds like
It's not quite like opiates because there's no body stuff. Really.
Oh, it's just mental.
Yeah.
Okay, because we
Yeah.
would give it to my cat, and I was like, I mean, it looked like she just like walked out of like a bar, like fucking drunk. She was like a
Yeah.
cartoon.
It's kind of like similar to like a benzo almost.
Oh,
but
okay.
More happy than it is just like fucking like retarded. You know,
Gotcha.
like benzos creep me out because they're like it's like watching somebody like trying to talk to somebody who is just not there at all. Gabapentin's more like I'm happy. You know.
Nice. Okay, good. That makes me feel better about giving it to her all this time.
Yeah.
I could
It's
see Noah
good.
being like a bud tender at like a pharmacy.
Yeah.
It's like this one's it's a good euphoric.
Yeah, but it's just for fucking dog medicine.
Just giving
Just for,
gabapentin
like-
to an old lady. He's like, look, we actually have this stuff. It's for dogs, technically.
Yeah, no, dude, doing animal drugs is fun.
Yeah, I did a ton of tramadol.
Tramadol will get you fucked. I've done
Yeah.
tramadol.
That's what he was saying.
Only 50% of the population gets fucked up over tramadol.
Really?
Yeah, the other half they just
So if you got that dog in you,
yeah. So half of people don't feel anything, and tramadol also causes seizures.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
yeah, she seems like she's okay though. I don't know.
Yeah. Come on, let's hide stuff in her eyelids.
Yeah.
Hide stuff in her.
Yeah, let's open
Oh,
her jowls
are
up,
they
put shit in her
drooping?
eyelids,
Yeah.
put stuff in her ears.
You a good girl. You a good.
So yeah, do we say this to the listeners? Quincy doesn't have a pussy no more.
Yeah.
They chopped it off.
Nick's gonna have to find something else to talk about.
No. I'm so glad to not be talking about her pussy anymore, dude.
Yeah.
They
Fan was
filled it
getting
in.
embarrassed. Everybody kept seeing her dog's pussy
Yeah.
Yeah.
and bringing it up.
Now it's
From-
filled
from
in
my
with
eyes only.
cement.
Yeah.
Should have just gotten her a burqa.
She would look great. Quincy as a Muslim would look amazing.
Yeah.
She would look awesome, dude.
a Muslim with a muzzle.
Yeah, dude.
She tried to eat a couple of my neighbor's dogs. Did I tell you about that?
No, what?
Yeah.
Tried to like eat them? Like,
Yeah, she clamped her jaws down on this dog that's like a sweet dog. I was like trying to introduce her to these other dogs that are in the building.
Right.
And I got hubris. I was like, oh no, it'll be fine, you know, like she'll be okay. I like let go of the leash and she just
She said Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, she literally
Fucking-
she literally
yeah.
she went full ISIS.
yeah, she was like, these dogs are definitely halal.
Yeah.
She said death to America.
Yeah, death to infidels.
Yeah.
And she grabbed one by the neck and pinned him.
Yep.
That's crazy, man. I'm glad that they didn't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put her down. Just enjoying my time with her beforehand. Yeah. No, I wanted to get her fixed so she can die a clean woman.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
She'll get they'll give her pussy back in dog heaven.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
They did put Quincy Levy on the info though, so I don't know.
Dude, I
hell.
fucking love when they put your last name.
The Jewish last name.
No, I love when they give your pet your last name on the things. I'm like, that's fucking right, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You're part of the family.
What's your new cat's name?
Lucy.
Lucy Oldershaw.
Lucy Oldershaw, that's right.
Yeah.
She's great. She's a very good cat.
She a little kitten?
She's a dwarf cat.
Dwarf cat?
Yeah, she's little.
That's how sick. How sick of you.
What do you mean how sick of me?
First dire wolves, now dwarf cats.
We didn't like seek out a dwarf cat. It just happened to be that they needed somebody to take this dwarf cat, and we're like, we like him little.
Wait, so he has the munchkin legs?
So I think there are like varying degrees of dwarf cat. The cat she is 4, and she's very small, and her head's a little big. She doesn't look as dwarf as like some of the like who's the famous one like
Dinklage?
Yeah, she doesn't look like Peter Dinklage.
She's not a Dinklage cat.
She's just a very small. She's just like way smaller than you would expect her to be.
Okay. Nice.
She's cool, man.
You said she's 4 though? You got her when she was already 4?
Yeah, because she was like she was abandoned or whatever.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Are you worried about that body count? Yeah. Feeling insecure?
Yeah, I'm worried about her body count. No, we got her hanging out with the fucking Great Pyrenees right now, and they're getting along.
Damn.
Which is nice. Yeah, we have a big dog and a little cat.
Nice.
Dog's going home on Saturday.
That sounds like a lot. How long has the Great Pyrenees been there?
Since last Friday.
You're not where he's gonna like roll over on her or something?
No.
Cats
He's
are nimble.
He's very like. It's just our apartment is so small. He's got like nowhere to go. We come home and he's like sitting on the armchair like he's a person. It's so
That's
funny,
what she
dude.
does. Yeah.
It's great. Big dogs are fucking ridiculous. I like dogs. I'm not a dog person. I don't think I'll ever own a dog again.
Really?
No, I'm a cat person.
That's what you want to hear from your dog walker.
Well, no, I mean, no, listen. I love the dogs that I walk.
I love the walks.
I like the walks.
Look,
I like
I love
spending time with
sunshine.
them. But I'm not like I just don't want to own a dog. It's just so much responsibility.
I think I only ever want to own dogs.
I think if I can do it, anyone can.
Cats shit in your house.
Yeah.
They not really. They catch shit in a very specific place.
But your
that's
whole
like-
house
In a
smells like it.
box. You
whole-
live with a cat, so you smell cat shit.
That's the thing.
100%
No,
of
no.
the
The
day.
If you
whole,
live with a
the
dog-
whole room where the cat shits smells.
Yeah.
It's a whole room.
But not
though.
the house, dude.
See,
Yeah, I don't want to give up a room to shit.
You,
smell.
it's the fuck you put it in the laundry room, dude.
that's where you want
Yeah.
good, clean smells. You don't want your laundry.
No.
I don't want my shirts to come out of the dryer and then just bathe them in shit.
This is because you've never known the love of a cat.
I grew up with cats.
I had a cat. My ex took it with her to Montana.
Well,
but
then it
was my cat.
You must not have been very bonded with it. Let me just say.
He
I was
was.
super bonded with
He
it.
was.
I
you used to
liked
walk
that
around
guy.
with Winston on your shoulders.
Yeah, Winston used to climb up on my shoulders and walk around with me. Now he's got an attitude. He's an indoor outdoor. And acts like he's too good for everybody.
Oh, dude, you can never.
Noah
you can
has-
never
Gets
let
in
your.
fights.
Noah had a very you know how homeless people always have the best connection to their pets. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah.
like they got an off leash Chihuahua that somehow knows not to walk into traffic.
Yeah.
That's Noah has that kind of like tweaker homeless connection with animals. With you and Winston, you
Me and
throw him up on
Winston,
your
yeah.
shoulder. It was very like pirate fucking.
It would always drive me crazy whenever I would get denied for adoptions, and I was like, I've seen there's a homeless guy with 5 dogs.
You're
You
like,
know, if
yeah.
he can
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Like, look, lady, I'm white. I just want a kitten.
Yeah. He stole all those.
Yeah.
Well, I accidentally stole dogs when I was living in LA. Well,
What?
listen, I thought I was doing a good thing. I was dating this girl who lived. I thought I was doing a good thing. No, listen, you'll listen. It
Okay.
makes sense. Yeah, I was dating a girl who lived in sort of like central LA, but sort of like South Central, big Mexican population, Latino, I should say. And there were these two. I was like leaving her house in the morning. She gave me a frozen pack of like pork chops because she knew I was living in my car. I was trying so hard not to let on that I was living in my car, and like as I was leaving, she was here. Take some food with you. I was like, okay. I mean, the food that I had to like cook, so it wasn't very like. But there were these 2 dogs. I was sitting in my car because I didn't have anywhere to be. I was like waiting to like start Postmatesing. And there were these 2 dogs just like running in and out of shops on the street, and they ran into the road, and this fucking like big semi truck had to like slam on the brakes and almost hit them.
Damn.
So I was like, these fucking dogs must. And then the dogs saw me. I like opened my door to like see if the dogs were okay, and the dogs just like hopped into my car.
Oh, they're yours.
Well, that's what
That's what it takes.
I was like, are these anybody's like dogs still? Like whose fucking dogs? And then they started like try to like give them like the frozen pork chop. So then I just like drove them to like an animal shelter and dropped them off. And then later, I told the girl that I was seeing, I was like, yeah, I think I rescued some dogs from your street.
Yeah.
Those dogs belong to the people that own that bodega or whatever, or like the corner store.
Nice.
But you know,
Yeah.
they weren't
Yeah.
taking care of
I
them.
didn't notice.
Yeah, that's why I took him to a kill shelter. Problem solved.
It was a kill shelter. I think it was like.
So you killed somebody's 2 pet dogs, dude.
No, I don't think I killed them.
But you were trying to be a good guy.
Well, they were going to get hit by this truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is such a cool move to give frozen raw meat to a homeless person. Like that is crazy.
It's like, look, I'm not giving. You have to figure some of this out for yourself. Like,
You give raw ground beef to a homeless guy with a dog, and you say, "Look, this is for you." Not
It's
for
like
the
giving
dog.
him a haircut instead of a job. You know, it's like now you can go get a job.
that's so funny.
That's so good, dude.
Yeah, no, but I always felt. I wonder if they went and got their dogs. I feel like if you're already like a Mexican guy who's just like letting the dogs run around, and the pound is like, we get your dogs. It's like, well, take them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't drive up there.
Yeah. I gotta.
those dogs are in El
put on a
Salvador in prison
sombrero
now.
and shoot off 2 revolvers. So
So I drove him to Shia LaBeouf's house.
Yeah. I would love to. No, I would love to come pick up my dogs. Unfortunately, I've got 10 authentic crunchy yellow tacos to eat with lettuce and tomatoes in them.
yeah, dude.
I'm watching Blood In, Blood Out for the 4th time this week.
I'm listening to the Smiths right now and
Well,
singing La Cucaracha over it. How do you,
That's so stupid. Loving the Smiths is the one thing that is real. Mm-hmm. They love the Smiths. They love New Order.
Fucking Morrissey,
Yep.
bro. Yeah.
That is truly that was how I bonded with the Mexicans was my
the
love
Smiths?
of like post punk.
Yeah.
and also just being really fucking tan.
Yeah.
when I was in the
it's all the
summer.
way in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice.
You do have a very. There's a blackness to the mustache that's very.
That's very Latino. Yeah. Oh no, I got a denada today at McDonald's. I was
Nice.
like, no.
Nice.
I was like, that's
Like,
No.
take it back. Take it back.
you shut your.
Stop it.
I will call ICE, dude.
right now I'm at about a 6. Okay.
No, I used to-
Sies. I'm at a Sies right now.
I used to, dude, I would get so cocky because I would go to my food for less and I would just deliberately not speak and see if I got Mexican, see if I got Spanish or English first.
Yeah.
I get Spanish like fucking 7 times out of 10.
Oh, nice.
You know,
Damn.
I'm POC.
Crazy.
I claim POC status.
Yeah.
I'm a Jewish Mexican.
I don't know.
I don't know how many like 8x4 plywood sheets can you carry on one shoulder.
Fucking nut.
Anything less than 8.
I think if I was in another race, I'd be like a day laborer.
This is like fine. This is
or
good.
I'd be Chinese.
We can probably stretch this to the rest of the episode.
yeah.
Oh,
What-
we
yeah,
will.
okay, cool.
You might make an awesome Chinese guy.
I think I would. I think I'd just squat while I smoke.
I got a good
and then be
squat.
irritated with everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Be an Asian for Trump.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
a ton of those.
Yeah. I think I would. I don't know.
And walk
play
around in, like,
mahjong by myself and
Nike slides, no hair on your calves, just
Yeah.
saying kind of racist shit, but no one's gonna say anything.
Yeah, dude. I'd be in parking lots squatting and smoking, and I'd kick pigeons away.
There's something really scary about like an angry man with no hair on his calves.
Oh yeah.
And that's the Asian man. That's the like, you know, like when you go over to a friend's house and they have like an angry Asian dad with no hair on his calves.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
There's an Asian homeless man who is sort of in our neighborhood. There's a big cemetery. I think it's called Graceland Cemetery, and he's always squatting and smoking outside of it. And he looks like Confucius put flannel on, basically.
Wow.
He's got like a true like wispy like long Chinese beard.
That's awesome.
And sometimes he's fine, but then sometimes he's like kicking and spitting at people, and you never know which you're gonna get.
Yeah.
But he is, you know. He's terrifying.
He's outside the Dow.
Yeah. So you'd be
He's not living in it. He needs to hit that Zen state. The flow
So
state.
you'd be Chinese, you said?
I think it'd be Chinese.
What about you, Nick?
Fucking. I mean, I get people think I'm either Lebanese or Mexican when I get really tan.
What would you
In
be
your
if
heart.
you could pick anything?
Like your soul.
My soul.
Yeah, like what are you? What's your spirit race?
So I don't want to. Don't make me pick just one.
Is this what we think? What we think we are, or what we would want to be?
This is what we think we are.
Oh,
My spirit race. I'm not. I mean, I know I'm not black,
yeah. Because I was gonna say.
and I don't think I'm Asian. I got the girlfriend for that. I think, and I'm not Mexican because
I could see it being Mexican. I could actually see you being like one of those really heady Mexican dudes.
no, I don't
Hipster.
think I'm Mexican, dude. I don't want to. I just don't think I am. I don't think I'm that vibe.
You'd be a Mexican guy who got friend zoned over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, you have really good taste in music and a ton of really close girlfriends.
Right.
Who don't see you as a threat.
Do you have to be Mexican for that? Because
No,
I've
but
just
I'm
been
just seeing an
living
archetype.
that.
Yeah, but a Mexican version of that.
I don't know.
I might be Arab. I don't know.
Arab.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know. I hate women.
No, I like women. I just love
I could give up pork.
because the
I
thing
love
that
camel meat.
the thing that Arabs understand
I want a cheetah.
more than anything is the brotherhood, like the way that the guy. You ever been into a
This is gonna be
7-Eleven?
good.
No, this is so true. You ever been into the 7-Eleven and it's like you've been in the 7-Eleven only like 3 times, but the guy, if he recognizes you from one other time, he's like Habibi.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, I
Yeah.
vibe with that dude. It's just like the brotherhood of like,
Dude, I love Habibi.
Habibi
That's
is
such
great,
a
dude.
good term. Doesn't it mean my dear?
yeah, so,
I think that's it's so good.
I don't
And
know.
like
I think nothing beats a black lady calling you baby.
No,
Yeah.
that's great too. But this is very much the male Arab version of that.
yeah, Habibi is like my brother, my dear. Like
Yeah.
I like it's a very affectionate thing that men say.
It's incredible
like-
because like those guys like they would do anything. He'd be like, "Oh, my friend, I just saw you. I've been thinking about you. I miss you, my friend." And they're
Yeah.
like, they're your best friend in the world until your card declines.
Yeah. Mhm.
and then it's like, yeah, we got to kill you, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
police are already on their way.
yeah, with a
I've been typing
a scimitar.
911 and
they pull out a scimitar.
Because you've essentially it's like a biblical betrayal. You just
yeah, that's what it is.
It's like somebody
your card gets declined. He's like,
Yeah.
which is your dominant hand?
My
Put it
friend,
through the slot.
I took the hot dog off the rack already.
Yeah.
Somebody must pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but those guys, I love
Arab
the
is good.
Arab.
A gas station attendant.
I might be. This is
Yeah. You guys are both. You be responsible for the fucking LA riots. Honestly.
Yeah, well, what, Chinese and Arab?
Yeah, you guys-
Well, Koreans specifically. I think you're thinking of like Korean people, which is
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
different.
Now I'm gonna say China, but I don't mean China. I just mean countries that Chinese people come from.
Yeah.
What who says
Patrice.
Patrice?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So I can't just.
That's so funny.
I can't pick black guy. It's not a fantasy.
You're not
No.
black. I don't think you're black.
Well, I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like if that's what I feel like I actually am.
Yeah, I think you'd be a Mexican guy.
You think I'd be
you'd
Mexican guy?
Yeah, I think
You
you'd
do.
be a
You might
day
be.
laborer.
You'd be Mexican.
Yeah, a day laborer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would move to America and all your love for capitalism.
I'd move here to send money to my family and then quickly cheat and lose them and
Yeah.
then be like, oh,
no, I don't think you'd cheat. I think you would. I think you'd be like a Republican Mexican who moved here from Mexico, and you have to like work really hard jobs to get by. I think you would have like a really hard immigration story.
Yeah.
And like I think it would be tough on you to live here, but you would still you would vote for Trump.
Yeah.
Driving cross country with a dog makes you Mexican, dude. I have to
true.
say, it's the most
Yeah.
Mexican
Yeah.
shit. Having snakes. This is all shit I saw when I was in East LA.
Well, I like. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and like I would be Chinese because all I would eat would be rice and cigarettes, and I would drink a bunch of tea. I'd just be resourceful.
Yeah.
It's like nothing could kill me, but I don't look good.
Right.
You know, that's what it is.
This is the craziest
Yeah.
fucking episode.
Your wife would keep having daughters that you put up for adoption.
Yeah,
You're just waiting for a son.
You don't put them up for adoption. You fucking you dress them in 5 layers and leave them in a dumpster.
Yeah.
That's,
no, I would love my daughter.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
I would love my daughter
From a distance.
Yeah, I'd be withholding. I'd be hard to get in touch with.
I think the best would be like if I could just pick one, dude, Samoan.
Samoan is nice.
I think that's like that
They're
to me
a little,
would be like.
Samoans are a little annoying.
I would do if I literally had super strength.
Yeah.
I think I would be annoying too.
I don't know. It's the biggest stain on those people, Samoans, Maori, Hawaiian, is the haka. The haka's got to go.
I don't know, dude. I think I'm pro haka.
No, the haka is the worst. The haka.
Well, because you got to understand, Nick. The haka. It's not always like a lady. It's not always a senator doing the haka.
No, Ben. I've seen the haka in every context. I hate the haka. I hate it so much. The haka is like a traditional, like Maori, like Hawaiian. It's basically no. He doesn't know what a haka is.
No,
it's where they go like that.
It's like a war dance. They fuck like that. It's it's not. It's like, and you know what's crazy?
You sound scared. I think Nick hates it because he doesn't like how small it makes him feel.
No, I'm not scared. I'm annoyed. It's big. Okay.
To me, here's
what it is. It's like a bunch of theater kids had too much Coca-Cola. All right, that's how it feels to me.
I hear that argument. My rebuttal against it would be, if you're going to commit to the level that you have the chin tattoo, like where it looks like you have a beard, especially like their women will have a goatee tattoo. Mm-hmm. So that means you're not.
You shouldn't do that.
Well, that means you're not a poser. You know, like if you tattoo war paint onto your face.
Listen, they might. I'm not saying they're posers. I'm just saying when I see the haka, I go, no, I can't do this. And listen, I can.
Isn't that the point of the haka? So your enemies are supposed to look at this and be like, I can't.
The point of the haka is not that people go, ugh, the haka. They think they're being scary, dude.
They are, dude. I think if you saw a haka in real life, you would be frightened.
No.
Have you been around Samoan dudes?
What's there to,
Well, they could. Okay, so
they don't. They just talk about how they're mad that The Rock is their only representation.
No, there's different, like, because there's.
Listen, there's nothing less scary. If a guy is gonna fuck me up, he's just gonna do it. He's not gonna fucking do a song and dance with 30 other Samoans about it.
Right, but if 30 guys are gonna fuck you up, I think usually if 30 people are about to attack you, they're gonna have some kind of they're gonna do some kind of dance or chant or something.
No, that's not true.
If 30 dudes, it's like gang members breaking out in the West Side Story dance. They're like flipping out switchblade combs.
Ben, if they start doing the haka, I'm going to run them and I'm going to push all their kneecaps and make them fall down. I'm going to start kicking their feet out from under them.
As long as we're making fun of niche culture things.
I just want to see like a Maori woman crush Nick's trachea.
She wouldn't do it.
No, but
during the all right, I'm changing the subject, but we're still kind of on it. During the 2020 protests,
yes.
At the end of a giant march, there was a Native American group who showed up, and they because they did like a land acknowledgement, and so at the end of the thing, they were all doing like a Native American chant, like song, and they were banging on drums. And I was walking away with my buddy, this comic who's very funny, Ben Harkins, and we were talking about how fucking bad that song was. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, it just sounded like they were making it up there."
There is an amazing, oh my god, there's a video that unfortunately I think it's shared on like racist Twitter, but it's like a non-binary woman duetting with two. Have you seen it?
Yeah, playing piano,
dude, and they literally start laughing because they know they're making it up.
I saw that. Yeah, they're like it's like Nirvana unplugged when they decide to just fuck around.
Yeah,
it's like that, but the Navajo version.
Now I think this was actually like Maori people, like, or no, it was Aboriginal. It was Aboriginal people. Yeah,
but that's the thing is like. That like look at, and they basically tried to do what they did here in like New Zealand, but look at they just failed. Like they came up against a bunch of Maori, and now there's just still a bunch of Maoris because those motherfuckers their bones are denser than like if you look at
I'm not Ben.
If you look at the NFL and you look at the percentage of like the population that's Pacific Islander and the amount of them that are in professional sports and like the NFL and shit, it's like a crazy disproportionate.
Okay, let's make one thing. I'm not saying that Pacific Islanders or Samoans or Maori are not fucking like jacked. I'm not saying they're not hot. I'm not saying they're not like. I'm not saying that they can't like defend themselves. I'm saying the haka has got to stop. I don't want to see it anymore. That's all. Like that's all I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. But I think if you would you have the same belief if you were part of the haka? Because maybe it's just FOMO, dude.
No, dude. If I fucking,
I think if you could experience that,
If there's tons of shit that white people do that I think is cool. If I was a Samoan or a Maori and they were like it's haka time, I'd be like I'm not doing. I'm sitting this out.
Yeah, it's like if I did a jig.
Yeah, what's the white haka?
Yeah.
I feel like our haka is like Come On Eileen. When Come On Eileen comes on the fucking
the white
radio.
haka is the Macarena.
You know that part? Okay. You know that part in Come On Eileen where it slows down and it goes like dun, dun. Yeah. That's our fucking...
You know what's amazing? That guy can't even sing that song. There's an amazing Dexy's Midnight Runners. It was on the Vivo for a long time. It was on like their official YouTube Vivo, a live performance of that song, and the dude he's not hitting any of the notes at all.
Wow.
It's crazy.
All right, I gotta wrap up pretty soon.
Can we just go for 30 more seconds?
Yeah. We got it. 30 seconds.
Let me just put a pin on it with this. Mm-hmm. Not denigrating the matter. We made it clear. Ironically enough, I do think like the Native American dances. Usually, I'm like these are pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many of them, but I'm sure they would be cool.
At the end, when I saw Killers of the Flower Moon, they do it at the end. I was like, this is kind of sick.
Oh yeah, that was a great movie. That was cool. I like that. Fucking bad guys lost, good guys win.
Yeah, nice save, guys.
That's how it should be.
Hey, look at that.
We said a lot of stuff. All right, we said a lot of stuff. I watched Killers of the Flower Moon. I thought it was good.
I liked it.
I might have thought that the dance was goofy or the song was goofy, but I was there. I marched.
Yeah, you didn't boo at the end of Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, I'm talking about the protest.
The protest, yeah.
Protest. I did boo Killers of the Flower Moon. I booed at that movie was over. I went, that sucked.
Yeah. That's so funny. All right.
Wolf of Wall Street 2.
Okay, that was an hour. All right, guys. Thank you guys for listening. Obviously there was no video this week. Zach will be back next week. Leave us more reviews. I shouldn't have fucking talked about reading them. But leave us good reviews. If you leave a bad review, if you leave enough bad reviews, I'll probably kill myself. Yeah. Well, I'll kill Noah and Ben and then myself. Yeah. So if you don't want that to happen, don't write bad reviews.
Tell us what you think of Nick's body.
All right, guys. See ya.